Okay, graphing quadratic functions. Let's review just a little bit of what we did yesterday. Do you remember it had graphs of parabolas? Okay, does this one have a max or a min? Minimum, right? It has a lowest point. And do you remember the name of that lowest point? Vertex. And then I graphed a line. What was that line called? Where your parabola falls, where it folds in half, that's our axis of symmetry. Now notice that axis goes right through the vertex, right? That is going to be key for what we're about to do today. Now if you look, this gives you all of the steps for what we need to do. And we might need a little bit of scratch paper. Here is a new formula. That is x equals negative b over 2a. That tells us where our axis of symmetry is. So as long as we are in standard form, something x squared plus something x plus a constant, that's our a and that's our b. So if I look at this first equation, what's the value of a? There's nothing in front of the x squared, so what is it? It's 1. What's my value of b? Okay, so if I'm going to find the axis of symmetry, I'm going to abbreviate it and call it AOS. That is x equals, that's where we are, negative b. So negative 4 over, it says 2a. 2 times 1. What does that reduce to? What's 4? Negative 4 divided by 2. Yeah, negative 2. All right, so I am going to come over here, and I know, whoops, negative, that through negative 2, my parabola is going to sit and be balanced on that axis of symmetry. But it'd sure be nice to know where that vertex is. In fact, we've got to calculate that vertex. That is part of graphing a parabola. You can't guess where the bottom is. You have to graph it. So the next thing we do, substitute our value from step 1. What was our value? Negative 2 into the equation, and that will give us our vertex. So I'm going to take negative 2, and I'm going to, I've got a little t-table, right, a little t-chart here, and I'm going to substitute in negative 2. I need some scratch paper, so let's put this right here. And do you know what I mean when I tell you that I want to substitute in negative 2? Into my equation wherever I've got an x. So that would be negative 2 squared plus 4 times negative 2 minus 2. If you are not good at order of operations, can you grab your yellow calculator, type that in exactly like that, and hit enter? Yes, you can. Okay, so if this is hard for you, type it in and hit enter. That's going to give me 4 minus 8 minus 2, which is negative 6. So when we plugged in negative 2, we got negative 6. So on my graph over here, and I honestly can't see that, negative 6. Right there is your vertex. Questions with what I've done so far? Okay? Next thing we're going to do. If your vertex is not the y-intercept, substitute z. Okay. Is that on the y-axis? Not on the y-axis. So what step 3 is telling you is that 0 is a really nice number to plug in. It makes your math really easy. If I plug in 0, What is 0 squared? 0. What's 4 times 0? 0. So those two would disappear, and what are you left with? Negative 2. 0, negative 2. Now we need one more point. Alex is going to make you graph 5 points, and I just told you we need one more. So, we're going to think about that for a second. I want one more number on the same side as that point. What's another value for x that you guys could plug in that would be easy? 1, negative 1, 2. I will tell you the closer you are to your vertex, the smaller your number will be. So I would probably choose negative 1 or 1. You guys want to go with 1? I saw more ones, so let's plug in 1. Coming back to my scratch paper here. So I've got 1 squared plus 4 times 1 minus 2. 1 plus 5 minus 2. 6 minus 2 is 4. Where did I get the 5? So I'm plugging in right here, right? There's my 1 squared plus 4 times 1. 1 squared is 1. Ah, right there. Thank you. So that would have been a 5. I'm so glad you caught that. Thank you. Does that make more sense? Thanks. 3. All right, plot that point. 1, 3. Now, I just told you that Alex is going to ask you to plot 5 points. And then I told you we only need one more, and we just did it. Why are you going like that? Because you're right. Yeah, that axis of symmetry right there, your parabola is perfectly balanced. So if I know there's a point here, what do I know about the other side? There's got to be one that matches it. So without doing any math, plot your last 2 points. So if this is 2 away on this side, I need it 2 away on that side. If this one is 3 away, 1, 2, 3, I need that one 3 away. All right. Now, Alex has a nifty little tool. Once you have those points plotted, you'll just say, connect the dots, and it'll do it for you. We don't have that right now, so just do your best. Just don't make that a V on the bottom. Okay, we went nice and slow on that one because it was brand new. We'll move through the next one a little bit faster, not a lot. Can I move? Still need to stay there, or can I move it? All right. Okay, find the axis of symmetry. How do I find the axis of symmetry? What do I do? X equals negative b over 2a. So negative negative 4, positive, over 2 times a. So what's 4 divided by 4? All right, my axis of symmetry is 1. That's kind of hard to see through there. Make it a little bit bigger. All right, how do I find my vertex? What do I do? Take that 1, substitute it into your function. All right, here's my scratch paper. 2 times 1 squared minus 4 times 1 plus 2. Hey, look, I could do 4 times 1 that time. I got 0. Did you guys get 0? Okay, I'm going to plot that point. 1, 0. Is that on the y-axis? No. So what's a really easy number to plug in then? 0. Yeah, so it's really easy to plug in 0 now. So let's have that be one of our points. This disappears, that disappears. What are you left with? 2. 0, 2. Okay, because that point is on the left-hand side, I want to pick another number for x that's also on the left-hand side. I would choose -1. I think that's great. Good choice. So 2 times -1 squared minus 4 times -1 plus 2.
So that would be -2, positive 4.
Where'd you get -2? Are you sure about that? Square the -1. All right, so that would be 2 plus 4 plus 2. What do we get? 8. Graph that. -1 and, ooh, it's going to be just off the chart. What do I do to graph those last 2 points? Balance it on the other side. Reflect it. Perfect. I like that vocabulary, Mia. All right. Connect your dots. Yes, sir.
How did you get a positive 4?
How did I get a positive 4?
The fraction.
Right here? Because my formula is a negative b. So minus a -4. Minus a negative would make it positive.
Oh, you have to do it twice.
Not twice. The formula has a negative in it. So it says take the opposite of that sign.
Oh.
Okay? The opposite of whatever that sign is that b is. Question, and you guys get to vote. Would you like to see 2 more on the paper, or do you want to see 2 more on Alex? Because Paige reminded me what I needed to do. Should I show you on Alex? Okay, give me a second to set that up. And we'll do that. Review, there you are. Okay, the first couple are going to be review of what we did yesterday. So we'll just talk about those quickly maybe. Let me make sure that this is still where it needs to be. Here we go. Which way does that parabola open? Down. What's the equation of the axis of symmetry? You guys can't see that. I'll count for you. 1, 2, -3. What did we have to type to have that right? X equals -3. My vertex, you find the value of that point, and then you were good at the y-intercepts. So let's use the parabola tool. Should I make that a little bit bigger? Probably. Too big. Okay. First thing I need to do is find the equation of what? What do I need to find the equation of? It's on the paper. Let's look at it and read it. Thanks, Hafen. I heard you too, Mia. Thank you. All right. What's my A? What's my B? So -8. Did you see that, Tyler? Opposite of this guy. So it becomes positive 2 times 1. What does that reduce to? 4. Okay, this does not have a tool to graph the axis of symmetry. So we're going to just have to use our imagination that it's going through there. But on your steps on that paper, what's the next thing we need to find? Found the axis of symmetry, and I'm going to use that number to find what? I want to find the vertex. Yeah, I want to find the vertex. So you're going to need some scratch paper today, right? I'm going to plug in 4. So let's see. Right here, I've got 4 squared minus 8 times 4 plus 21. Grab a calculator and tell me what that is. Simplify it all the way. What do we get? 5. Perfect. Thank you. So when we plugged in 4, we got 5. So I recommend right now grabbing your tool, plot that point. 4, 5. Okay? Now, your paper said try 0, right? That's not on the y-axis. If I plug in 0, what do I get for y? 21. Is that on my graph? So that one's not going to work for me. So you want to pick numbers that are very, very close to that vertex. My vertex was 4. Would you guys like to go to 5 and 6 or 3 and 2? It's your choice.
3.
Sorry?
3 and 2.
3 and 2? So we're going to count down. You like the smaller numbers? I like that too. We're going to choose 3 and 2. This half of the room, I would like you guys to plug in 3. This half of the room, I would like you to plug in 2. You know what I'm asking you to do? Okay, this half of the room, replace the x with 3. Tell me what you get. This half of the room, replace the x with 2. Tell me what you get. Uh-oh.
Can you just say it?
Yeah, you can say it.
32, it's 9.
You got 9? All right. Waiting for somebody with 3. You got 6? I didn't do it. All right, so let's take, and let's plot those points. 3, 6, and 2, 9. What do I have to do? Because it asks for 5 points. Reflect it. There and there. Then you graph this tool right here, and it'll connect the dots for you. Do you need to see one more? That's one more? Oh man, these have got big numbers. All right, first thing I want to do, I need to find the axis of symmetry. You guys have a new formula. Mason's got it memorized now, I heard him. So, negative 30. Over 2 times what's A?
3, 6.
So 30 divided by 6 is 5. All right, that is the first number we're going to plug in. I'm going to substitute it in. So over here, 3 times 5 squared minus 30 times 5 plus 72. Goodness gracious. I got negative 3. Okay. So now you need to choose. Do you want to go 6, 7 or 4, 3? It doesn't matter.
6, 7.
6, 7? All right, let's plug in 6. 3 times 6 squared minus 30 times 6 plus 72. I got 0. 0. Now we'll plug in 7. 3 times 7 squared minus 30 times 7 plus 72. I got 9. And if the substitution part is hard for you, please holler at me when you're doing your assignment so I can help you. All right. Grab our tool. 5, negative 3. 6, 0. Can I balance it on the other side right now? And 7, 9. Connect your dots. Uh-oh. Does that look like a parabola?
Mm-hmm.
That means I did something wrong. Let's see. What did I skip? Oh, I scooted that one over. That needs to be right there. So it will tell you you've done it wrong. That's nice to know, right? And I just scooted over one too far. Your assignment's open. Let me know when you need me.